¿Qué onda? It's Naninator. Welcome to RLCraft and RLCraft Dregora material tiers guide. Keep in mind, this is an objective look at it on a base damage. So although certain combinations of armor and specific extra effects may make them better, I am only focusing on them from their base value standpoint. As such, I made a material tier list you can now see on this screen. Also, available in the link on the video description. I also made an opinionated list based on your personal feelings or insight. With that, I took the liberty to make a legend to explain what some elements of the video mean. So when you see the base level of something, it refers to attack, gathering, mining, farming, and defense at the same time. And when you see the letter A, it's actually referring to agility, usually for the bow and crossbow in that order, and M stands for magic. So with that, let's get started. The worst item is spot 15 with Flint. This is the very first tier you usually need to go through, but it is skippable, more info later on that. You break gravel until you get a flint, break it over a hard surface, and then make a knife to get some strength to eventually make a flint pickaxe. It just has tools. On spot 14, we have a wood and gold. Looking at wood first, it can be skipped to stone if you find a crafting table. This is the armor equivalent of leather armor. Most people just use it to get stone. A useful fact is that if you play on a server and it uses the Claim It mod, which adds a claim system to protect your home from griefing and stealing, it uses a sword by default. Gold has the highest enchantability too. Useful with gold osmosis ability if unlocked with basically works like free mending. It has good tool efficiency and synergizes well with gold armor set, giving a bonus damage and efficiency as well. It does have low durability, however. On spot 13, we have Stone and Myrmex. Stone is usually a player's first base gear material due to the abundance and no level requirement it has. Note you can just pick up pebbles to make cobblestone with 4 of them on your crafting grid, and if playing in hardcore config, since Spartan weapons are blacklisted to craft there, the stone axe is actually the first highest damaging weapon available. On the other hand, Myrmex weapons are also very good, but effectively getting +4 damage against anything that's not an anthropod or deathworm, which is most enemies in the game. Remember, this is an objective look though, so that's why I tied it for base damage with stone. It needs Myrmex, exclusive to deserts and jungles, and even then they're uncommon. Note that they have 2 different colors. Weapons also have a poison version too. Note also that they do require 12 attack to equip. On spot 12, it's for silver, which has a very nice bonus of hitting undead mobs for plus 50% of the base damage when using Spartan weapons. However, the better survival weapons also have a bonus. Oddly enough, they only add +2 damage instead. This tier is better known for its armor due to the amazing set effect of the added plus 15% movement speed and the cure potion effect, exclusive to the set bonus. Spot 11 belongs to copper. Funny to see they added it in vanilla Minecraft after so many years with the ore. Most players just skip this tier. It interestingly has a set effect of resisting lightning at a small movement speed of penalty. Not too far ahead is spot 10 with bronze as an alloy of a copper and 1 iron nugget. Just very slightly stronger than copper. Too much of a hassle to make in my opinion. Most players just skip it too. Spot 9 is for Iron and Umbrium together, which have the exact same stats. Iron is a commonly used item for players as their second material tier. It requires a level of 8 to use. Reliable. It is a common resource overall and decent. It's used for various different blocks too. Overall okay in my opinion. Then we have Umbrium, the defiled equivalent, which is basically a purple reskin of iron. The bonuses it does have is that it offers it to be used at level 4 instead of 8, like iron. And it also has a set bonus, which gives the potion effect of immunization and strength. Do note that the strength buff does not stack with a strength ring, and it is very easy to defile iron to Umbrium. All you need is defiled powder, or just to leave it in a defiled biome and wait for it to become defiled. On spot 8, we have steel, a great resource that can be used for crates, also known as mini shulkers. Items made of this have a +2 damage bonus versus nether, and fire mobs, which is niche but can be nice. It requires Cincinnasite, which is exclusive to the nether, so getting it is pretty dangerous. I find it mostly for the steel paxel personally. Fun fact, you could smelt steel locks for a good amount, but it was nerfed a while back. Now they only give you 3 nuggets. In spot 7, it is held by the Diamond and Ravaging ingots. Diamond is solid, vanilla, decent, and has nice durability. I consider it mid-game, and overall okay, just good all-rounder tier. It is not the best given the dangers of the mod pack, so still be careful when you reach this tier. Sharing this spot is the Ravaging level, which is a combination of Umbrium with Ravaging ingots. You can get these items by killing the Defile biome bosses or by looting exploring. So, I have seen them brought from breaking spawners too. The tier only offers tools and a gun. The bonus to it is that they mine blocks very quickly, but in exchange it destroys them. It also has a gun, interestingly too, called the Ravager. Spot 6 is for Dragon Bone. It has great durability, damage, and tools to boot too. Note that in older versions, they do not keep the enchants if you upgrade them with Dragon Blood via crafting. In newer versions, they do when you use a Dragon Forge. Also note that it requires level 24 to use in older versions and 32 in the newer ones. And most recipes use Wither Bones, but not the nunchucks though. In spot 5, it's for Blooded Dragon Bone weapons. All do the same base damage, but have different effects and bonus damage to dragons. So, Fire Blood sets enemies on fire, bonus damage versus Ice Dragons. Ice Blood freezes enemies, making them slow, bonus damage versus Fire Dragons. Electric Blood does AoE damage to mobs close to your target and paralyzes them all for a moment. A small bonus versus Ice and Fire Dragons, by the way. To my surprise, Neptunium is better, getting spot 4, amazing durability. Note that it had limited items available with the sword as the only weapon, which is by comparison better in stats to its Dragonbone counterparts. It is very hard to acquire as it has chance based on fishing, bounty board rewards, and Ocean Doom likes. RLCraft Dregora exclusively has a small chance for a Brutal Trader to offer them though, so check my Brutal Trader video for more info on that. Spot 3 is for Dragonsteel. Note, this is an added mod players would have to include themselves onto the mod pack, but it was balanced by programmers like Golem to fit into RLCraft the system naturally. It works exactly the same as blooded weapons, but have better stance and even have an armor to boot. Check my Dragon Forge video for more info on that. The next 2 spots are almost shared since they are heavily related. This tier is not gotten often despite being one of the best, given most players have beaten the mod pack by the time they can get it, as it is very grindy. So on spot 2 we have the living tier, requires killing parasites. It only has weapons and armor. It can adapt to damage sources and ignores the max damage cap all other weapons have versus parasites. In number 1 spot we have the Sentient tier, which evolves or can be upgraded from the living tier. It requires 50,000 evolution points or sentient cores to upgrade, depending on each version you're playing. I recommend checking my sentient armor and weapon video for more information on that. Interestingly, it has no requirements to use any gear despite having the highest stats. It looks pretty nice and creepy too. I would like to have some honorable mentions, which I considered, but not added given they are very limited tools or resources. The first one is the Golem armor, which is attainable via rune recipes. It has a nice hit bonus of providing repulsion, which launches away enemies that hit you, and diamond skin, which reduces incoming damage. Note, if reforged to masterful, it provides level 2 for both of those effects. It is time consuming to get this armor though, but it can be kind of worth it. A weird tier I would like to mention too is Cincinnasite. It only has 4 tools, 2 axes, and 2 pickaxes. They are inconsistent in values too, weirdly enough. Cincinnasite, Diamond, and Diamond Cincinnasite axes have the exact same damage. The steel and Cincinnasite pickaxes are the same too, in stats, and the diamond and diamond Cincinnasite pickaxes in tandem as well, so it's not 1-to-1. Probably a small oversight. That about concludes the video. Special thanks to Nishi, Kaletu2333666, CDSTK Alt, CP8889, SG Erebus, and Ikari. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I have a Discord too. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more cool content. It supports the channel and pushes me to make even more cool videos like this one. Take care, and thank you for watching.